Hello everyone. Next topic is algorithms. Okay, so actually every time we will write the programs. Okay, so that program definitely contains the one code format, right? Then what is this algorithm? Why we are using it? Why we are using this one, right? Everyone will get doubt, right? See, before inventing programmatic, we have the algorithms, right? So by these algorithms here, we can define any programmatic, right? So means here, not only one program, not only program, we can write that sentences by using the algorithms also. In the programmatic, we are writing the code, but in the algorithm, we are writing the some steps format. Okay, I will explain in this. Okay, let's see. Today's our topic is like algorithms. It is a very important and very understandable topic, right? Go with this. First here, what is algorithm? First here, what is algorithm? So here, algorithm is a one method that is representing the step-by-step format. That is representing the step-by-step procedure for solving a one problem. Okay, so normally we are calling programmatic. Okay, so in the programmatic we are calling programs, right? In this algorithm we are calling to solve the one problem. Okay, so this problem is also same like whatever you are doing the programmatic, same like that only we have. But in this just we are writing, we are solving that problem by using the step-by-step formats. Okay, in the step-by-step formats we are using. This is very simple format to understand, right? See here. First here I am writing the definition for this. An algorithm is a method. Okay, an algorithm is a method. Okay, it is like one method. Your algorithm is like one method. This method is representing step-by-step procedure. Your step-by-step procedure means your step-by-step format. Step-by-step format. Okay, or else here you can write here, this one is the procedure. So by what here we are using this algorithm? So to solve the problems, whatever you're giving the problems, you have to be solved by the algorithms in the step-by-step format, right? Here for solving a problem. For solving a problem. For solving a problem. So here an algorithm is a one type of method. By using that method, we can represent any format here. By using the step-by-step format, we are solving whatever you are giving the problem. So it is solving in the form of step-by-step format. Here we have the definition for the algorithm is like an algorithm is a method of representing step-by-step procedure for solving a problem. You can give any problem to that. Okay, it is just solving in the step-by-step format. So first it is taking the step 1, step 2, step 3. Like this it is moving. Okay, so how many steps is required to solve the problem? So you have to be mention those steps, right? And next here, this is okay, so this algorithm is very useful to finding the right answers for any problem. Why? Because here in the programmatic here, just your user entering the instructions or input to the our software, right? Okay, but here after the giving the instructions only, here our system is manipulating that whatever your user given the instructions, after that your it is giving the output to the users, right? But in this algorithm here, whatever your user is giving the steps to our steps. Okay, steps means your instructions to the our algorithm. So just in the step 2 only we are deciding the which type of output we will get. Okay, so in the programmatic we are not imagining before which type of output we will get. Okay, when you're using the algorithms, first only you are imagining, yes, this is this type of output we will get, this much. Okay, so before only you are imagining, means you, this algorithm is very useful to solve the our problems in easy way. In easy way, it is not very difficulty, it is very easy to solve any problem. Okay, not only simple problems. Okay, so you can take any large problems or anything, so it is just your simply solves the any problem by using the steps format. Okay, and here suppose your if you have any most difficult problem. Okay, suppose if you have any most difficult problem, so it is taking the breaking parts further. Okay, so it is taking the breaking parts further, and once it is breaking, okay, it is once here it is broken. Okay, so here it is taking, first it is solving that one, first it is solving that one, after that solving it is moving to the next steps. Okay, so it is solving that one. Okay, if any steps in, if any broken steps is there, it is solving again and again. Okay, so whatever you have, okay, so it is simply means here it is just performing cool. Okay, if that one is, if whatever you're giving the problem is most difficult, it is just taking the, okay, it is just here, it is performing the breaks format. Okay, it is doing the breaks. Okay, means here it is taking the more steps to perform that, it is taking the more steps to perform that. Okay, and here we have these some steps to develop the our algorithm. We have these some steps to develop the our algorithm. So let's see our steps, means here by that steps only we are designing the our whatever we are giving the problem to the algorithm. So by that steps only we are finding the our solution. Okay, so what we have the steps, first let's see the steps format. Okay, steps to develop the, okay, steps for algorithm development. It is very easy and very useful in the data structures. Okay, steps for algorithm development. Algorithm development. See, first step, initially understand the problem. Okay, first step what we have, initially understand the problem. Okay, here I am writing first step, initially understand the problem. Initially understand the problem. Okay, so initially means you, first of all you have to be understand the problem. Whatever your user is giving the problem, you have to be understand how to solve. Okay, suppose here I am giving the arithmetic operation, arithmetic problem. Okay, so first you are imagining, okay, so this is the arithmetic problem, so like this here I am solving this problem, like this here you have to be imagine. Okay, so first of all you have to be understand whatever you took, or whatever you are seeing the problem. Okay, so first you have to be understand, without the understanding we cannot solve anything. Okay, so suppose you are reading anything. Okay, so you're not buttifying, right? So if you are buttifying, so just it is for only exams, not for your life. Okay, so if you are understanding the topic, it is for your life performance. Okay, so not only exams, here it is life performance. In the real life also you can execute that one, right? So first whatever you got the problem, okay, so first you have to be understand that problem. Without the understanding that problem, you cannot give the solution to that. Okay, in the real life also we will get the problems, first we are understanding that problem. So if any solution is there, we are solving that one. If not there, we are waiting for that, we are waiting for the solution, right? So same like that only here also we have the some steps to develop the our algorithm. So in the step one we have to be understand the problem. In the first step, You have to be understand the problem. Whatever you have the problem, so first of all you have to be understand that one. Without the understanding, you will not get any solution. Without the understanding, you will not get any solution. So definitely have to be understand the problem. Okay, so yes, we understand the problem. After that, what we will do, right? So in the second step, okay, once you completed the first step, understanding is completed for that problem, then go to the second step. What we have here, second step, then, okay, once you completed that one, then then identify the expected output for that problem. Okay, then identify the expected output. O by P means your output for the problem. For the problem. Okay, so whatever you given, whatever you understand the problem, then you have to be expected. Okay, so once you completed the first level, means your first step, automatically have to be identify, yes, this is the output I will get. First of all, you have to be imagine. Suppose here I am giving the addition format for 5 and 5. Okay, or else you can take any bigger numbers. There is no problem, right? You're just I'm taking the 5 and 5. So before only you are imagining, yes, we are doing your arithmetic operation like addition. Yes, your addition means your 5 plus 5 means your you will get the 10. Yes, your output we will get the 10. Like this, you have to be imagined before only, before performing the problem. So once you will once you expected the output, after the getting output, you have to be imagine, or else you have to be check that output before expected, and whatever you got the output, you have to be check that one. Okay, so here, yes, you have to be expect the whatever you took the problem for the output, you have to be expect in the step 2. Yes, here we expected, that is also done here. And next go with the step 3. Okay, once your expected is done, your first step we are doing the in the first step we are doing the understanding. Okay, don't forget, right? After the completion of the understand, we are expecting the output. Expected output, whatever you are writing, whatever you got the problem for that, you have to be expect the output for that. And next, in the third step, identify the necessary input for the problem. Okay, identify necessary. Okay, so what you need only that you have to be present in this. Identify the necessary input. Your output we are imagining, so output where we will get, at last we will get your input here, whatever you got the problem. Okay, so just your I given you to problem only, so you're not I'm giving any code or any format, right? So you have to be imagine. Okay, so whatever you need for this problem, whatever you need, that is only you have to be present. Your necessary means your whatever you require. Okay, so that is only have to be present in this problem. Okay, input. Okay, input for the problem. Okay, whatever you require, that is only have to be present for the input. Okay, so if you are not understand the problem, again and again you have to be read that problem again. So once your understanding only completed, you are expecting. Okay, once your expected is done, you are creating, or you are giving the necessary input for that problem, right? So once your necessary input is also done, here you have to be go with the next step, in the fourth step. Okay, next you are going the fourth step, develop a logic. Okay, so in this, develop a logic. In this, we are developing a logic, and that logic is producing, okay, that produces the expected, okay, what you expected, output. Here what you expected, here you expected the one output, right? So here you have to be develop the logic what you expected the output. For that you have to be develop the one logic, okay, by using the necessary input what you require the input for that problem. So by that only you are developing the one logic, right? So by that logic you have to be create or you have to be produce whatever you expected output. For that only you have to be write the logic for this, okay. Output from the selected output, okay, from the selected output, okay. So yeah, whatever you are developing the logic, okay, so by that you are before what you expected output, for that only we are developing the logic, and by that here you have to be select the output. And next here we have the fifth step, finally, okay, this is the last step. Finally, once you completed the developing a logic, finally test the algorithm. Test the algorithm with various sets of input. Sets of input. Okay, so once you got the output or anything, so at finally you can go with the algorithm whatever you required, okay. So or else not only 5 and 5, you can take any sets, 4 and 5, 4 and 4, okay, and 100 and 99. So whatever you require the any set you can take in this, okay. So in the first step you have to be understand the problem, and in the second step here you have to be expect the output for that. In the third step you have to be identify the necessary what you required, only that necessary input only had to be give in this. Yes, you given necessary input, and after that you have to be develop a logic. You have to be develop a logic. As we done the developing for the logic, and at the finally have to be test the algorithm. Not only 5 and 5, if you need any numbers you can test by that numbers is possible for one algorithm, okay. So these are the steps for algorithm. So here by using these steps here we are performing the every problem, okay. So as in the some situations we will get the 10 steps, 15 steps also. So don't confuse here, why? Because here when you're developing the logic we will get the more steps here. Yes, here we have the develop a logic for that output only, right? In these steps we have, in the fourth step we are developing a logic, but when you're developing the logic in that situation we will get the more steps. Don't confuse, not only these 5. Yes, we have the 5 steps, but when you're developing you will get the more numbers, okay. Don't confuse, I will explain in that also, okay. Let's next here we have characteristics of the algorithm, okay. Next here we have the next our topic is like characteristics of algorithm. What we have here, characteristics of algorithm. Characteristics of algorithm. What we have here, characteristics for the algorithm. What types of here we have, okay. So we have the total 5 characteristics of the algorithm. What we have here, 5 algorithms, okay. First one is the finiteness. First one is the finiteness, and second one is the definiteness. Third one is the effectiveness. Effectiveness, okay. And fourth one is the generality. Fifth one is the input and output. Here I by O means your input and output. Whenever you're writing this one you have to be write input and output, not I by O, okay. So here when you're writing in the books or when you're reading, you just read the I by O, input and output. But when you're writing in the exams, just you have to be right input and the output, not I by O. Okay, so here we have the characteristics for the algorithm is like a five. Okay, one is the finiteness, second one is the definiteness, third one effectiveness, and fourth one generality, and fifth one input and output. Okay, so let's see what is finiteness. Here we have the first one, finiteness. What is finiteness? Okay, so your finiteness means your algorithm should terminate in a finite number of steps. Here whatever you required steps you are writing, right? So here this is performing, okay, how many number of steps is required for the algorithm, that is only it is taking. After the completion of the algorithm, so it is just stopping the our algorithm. Okay, it is just stopping the our algorithm by using the stop, by using the stop. Okay, so finiteness means here how many number of steps is required, that is only performed by the our algorithm. Okay, finiteness. And what is definiteness? Okay, definiteness. Okay, so here every step can be performed. Okay, so here each step of the algorithm must be precisely stated. Okay, so whatever you are writing, so definitely that is having the one definition. Okay, so means here that is having the one definition means here without the use of why we will write the algorithm, whatever you required, whatever you are using that problem, that is only have to be right. So definitely have to be give the definition for that. Means here yes, this is yes, we are writing the algorithm. Okay, so for that here I am writing the this problem like this, you have to be define that one. So whatever you are writing the steps, definitely that is having the steps format. Without that one here nothing is there, nothing is there. Okay, and next here what we have, effectiveness. Here third one we have the effectiveness. Here what is effectiveness? What is effectiveness? Here each step must be effective. Whatever you are writing the step, definitely those steps are effective performance. Okay, and here means here it is very easily convertible to program statement. Okay, so whatever you are writing the algorithm steps here, by that here you can design the programmatic also, whatever you are writing. Okay, means here if it is in the effectiveness, here by that you can design the programmatic. If that one is not in the effectiveness, you cannot perform that one. Okay, so here you can convert that one into the program statements that can be performed exactly a finite amount of time. Okay, what is required, that is only taking for the programmatic, right? And next here we have the fourth one is like a generality. What we have here, fourth one, generality. What is generality here? The algorithm should be complete in itself. Okay, here algorithm is complete itself only. Okay, one or sorry, here means here you can use this solve all the problems for your giving type for input data. So whatever you're giving the input data, so that is just you done the input data. Okay, automatically here algorithm is solving every problem, not only one problem, whatever you are giving, how many problems you are giving, that is definitely solving by the our algorithm. That is the main advantage for the our algorithm. Okay, at last we have the input and output for these. Okay, so here suppose you're writing the algorithm must take 0. Suppose here each algorithm is performing the starting with a 0, or else it is taking the one or more quantities as input data. Okay, if only one step, or else more than one step, or else here it is not having any steps. Okay, here each algorithm is having the 0, 1 or more quantities as input data, and those input data can perform our one or more output values. Suppose you have the only one input value, means here that is giving the one output value. If suppose you have the one or more input values, means here you will get the output is like one or more output values only. Whatever you have the input, by that only here you will get the output. Okay. And next here, if you have the any algorithm, okay, so definitely your algorithm can be written in the English format. Here definitely here whatever you are writing the algorithm, that is written in the language like English. Here we are writing that language in the English format. Okay, algorithm can be written in English like yes, we are writing the English format. So how it will be described, right? So here this English language is having the maybe sentences or any standard representations like this. Sometimes like algorithm is written in the language is like pseudocode. Okay, actually we are writing our algorithms in the English format. Okay, so that is like in the sentences or any standard representations. Okay, right? Here sometimes we are writing the English language is called, we can call here we are writing the English, right? So here when you are writing the English language, we can call that one is like a pseudocode. Okay, we can call that one is the pseudocode. We can call that one is the pseudocode. Okay, so here we have the total 5 characteristics of the algorithm. One is the finiteness, and second one is the definiteness, and third one is the effectiveness, and fourth one is the generality, and fifth one is the input and output. Don't forget what is algorithm. Okay, here algorithm is the one method. By that method we can represent the step-by-step formats or step-by-step procedures for solving any problem, not only one problem, any problem you can solve by this. Okay, so let's see the one problem. You will understand how you're solving any problem. Okay, so by using these steps, okay, we have these steps, right? First you have to be understand, you have to be expect, and you have to be take the necessary input, and you have to be develop the logic, and you have to be test, right? So I'm taking just a simple algorithm, means your simple problem, so you have to be solved by using these steps. Okay, right? Let's see that problem. Right, whatever you, when you are writing the algorithm, just you have to be represent that one into step format only. Without these steps here, we will not call that one is the algorithm. Okay, let's see here. Here I am giving the one example. Here I am giving the one example. Okay, algorithm to find average of 3 numbers. Algorithm, here I am giving the one problem. Okay, algorithm to find average of 3 numbers. Okay, here I given one example, means here one problem. This is like one problem. What we have here problem, algorithm to find average of 3 numbers. Whatever you are taking 3 numbers, for that here you have to be define the average. Okay, so let's see. For this here, first you have to be understand this problem. First step what we have here, first you have to be understand the problem. Is here we are finding the average of 3 numbers. Like this you have to be imagine. Okay, so first of all we need to be take the 3 numbers, and by that here we need to be find the average. Like this here you have to be imagine for that. Okay, once you completed the understanding problem, you have to imagine the, you have to be expect the one output, right? So let's see here. So here suppose you took the 5 numbers is like 5 4 5 5 5 5. Okay, suppose you took the 5 5 5, means here we will get the 15. Okay, so first you have to be add that one, and you have to be divide by 3. Okay, we are taking the 3 numbers, right? 15 by 3 means here what we will take. Okay, so how much you will get? 5, right? So like this here you have to be imagine the output. Okay, desired output here, right? After that you have to be give the input for that. Let's see here. First in the step 1, here I am writing the step 1. Okay, algorithm is begins. Okay, algorithm begins, right? And step 2, read three numbers. Here we took the average of three numbers, means here first you have to be read the three numbers. Read, okay, read three numbers. Whatever you took the three numbers, you have to be read. So here I am taking the three numbers is like A, B, C. Okay, A comma B and C. Normally the programmatic always you are writing the code, right? But when you are writing the algorithm, you have to be define the steps format, that is taking the, okay, that is taking the English format. We can call that English is like a pseudo code. Okay, so like this only we are writing the our code format. Okay, read three numbers. Okay, so here I took the three numbers is like A, B, C. Alright, and in the step 3, okay, first here you have to be compute. Okay, we are yes, here we read the three numbers. Yes, means here just we are imagining the input, how whatever you need to be required here, like this we are imagining necessary input, right? And you have to be develop the logic further. In the first step here we have the develop the logic further, right? So then you have to be develop for this. So when you are doing the average performances here, how many numbers we are taking, by that here suppose you are taking the 5 numbers, means here by 5 we are doing. So here we took the 3 numbers, means here whatever you took the 3 numbers, here you have to be add those numbers, and then you have to be divide that one by the 3 in this, right? Here first here you have to be you took the 3 numbers, right? And then here after the taking the, okay, after the took, okay, so here you have to be sum for that. Here A, B, C we have, right? So you have to be sum for the A, B, C. Okay, let's see here. Compute the sum. Compute the sum of A comma B and C. Okay, you have to be compute the sum for A comma B and C. Okay, so suppose you took the 5, 5, 5. A is equal to 5, B equal to 5, C is equals to 5. So here it is taking the 5 plus 5 plus 5. Means here you will get the 15. Okay, you have to be compute the sum for that. Once you done the compute for the sum, and then you have to be divide that one. So how we will divide here? Whatever you got the sum, by that, by here you have to be divide that one 3. Why? Because here you took the 3 only, 3 numbers here, 3 variables only you took, right? Here by that you can divide the by 3. In this step 4, okay, in this step 4, divide the sum. Whatever you got the sum, then you have to be divide that one. Divide the sum by 3. Divide the sum by 3, right? Once you done the divide for the sum, right, then you have to be go to the step 5. Okay, so you got the 15. Okay, by 3. By 3, you done the by 3 means you will get the 5. Right here, yes, we got the expected and desired expected output, and comparison for that means yes, you got the same output. Okay, in the step 5, store the result in the variable D. Store the result in variable D. Here we are storing whatever you got the result, we are storing that one into the D. D means your another variable. Here A, B, C, these three are the variables only. And here I took the another variable is like 3. Whatever you got the value. Okay, so that value can be stored into the variable D. Okay, and next your step 6. Print the value. Print the value. Okay, so what value? What value means your D. Whatever you given, whatever you stored the G value, so means here you got the 5, right? Here 5 will be displayed on the output. Here 5 will be printed on the output. And completion of that, here you have to be and. Finally had to be and that one. Finally you have to be and that one. Okay, so here you have to be imagine for. Okay, you have to be imagine for this. Here I took the value of 5, A is equals to 5, B is equals to 5 and C is equals to 5. Okay, and then here you have to be sum, right? 5 plus 5 plus 5. You will get the 15. Sum means, okay, whatever you got the sum, okay, you have to be divided by 3. Okay, 3 5s are. Okay, 3 5s are. You will get the divide format. Okay, so here whatever you got the division for that, here you have to be place that value to that our sum. Okay, right here you divide the sum by sorry, you divided the sum like you divided the sum like 15 by 3, you got the 5, right? So here whatever you got the output, that is stored to the our D value. Okay, so here storing means here D is equals to 5. Okay, so and this value, print the value of D means here whatever you got the value, that is printed on the output. Okay, before what you imagined, that is only here we got the output, right? Here whatever you got the output and whatever you expected the output, that is must be same. That is must be same. Okay, as usual whatever you given, that is must be same definitely. Once you got the output, okay, once you got the output, definitely have to be close the our algorithm. So how you are closing? By the stop, or else you have to be end that one, and the algorithm. So this is the algorithm to find the average of 3 numbers. Suppose here I am giving the algorithm to find sum of 2 numbers. Okay, suppose here example algorithm to find sum of, in this only we have the sum. Again here I am writing for that sum of 2 numbers, not 3 numbers. Here I am giving sum of 2 numbers. Okay, in this step 1 you have to be write always in the begin. Always in the begin. Okay, in this step 2 read 2 numbers. First here you have to be read whatever you are writing, read 2 numbers, that is A and the B, or else you can write the A comma B. That's your choice. Once your reading is completed for that, then you have to be take the step 3. Okay, compute the sum of A and B. Compute the sum of A and B. And the step 4. Okay, in the step 4 you completed the computation for that, right? And in the step 4 store the result. Store the result in variable C. Variable C. And step 5. And step 5. Okay, print the value of C. Okay, and a completion of that, your steps 6, you have to be end for that. You have to be end for that. Okay, go with this. Right. Okay, here you got the output, right? First here you have to be imagine the 2 numbers. Okay, here I took the A is equals to 7, B is equals to 8. Okay, and here compute the sum of A and B. 7 plus 8. Okay, you will get the 15. Right? And you have to be store that value to the C. Okay, 15. Right, here print the value of the C. Okay, so here it is printing the value of C is like C is equals to 15. C is equals to 15. And after that you have to be end this one. Okay, so here we have the algorithm to find the average of three numbers, and also in this we discussed algorithm to find the sum of two numbers, right? Okay, so here this is this means here what I write here, 5 right here. So these are all for your understanding purpose. Don't write when you are making the algorithms. This is why here I wrote means here this is your understandable purpose only. 7 8 15 15, this is only your understandable purpose, not for the exam. Just you have to be design the steps only, you cannot write these steps. Okay, in the next class we will discuss the another topic. Thank you.